All right. Now, yo, I gotta ask y'all a question real quick. Does this when I schedule live events, does it actually show the time like on the video? Cause like I looked at it and it says starting soon. Now I know it does that like when it's 15 minutes in or something like that. But does it like put the time? Because I know it's supposed to, or it did at one point in time. I hope it still does because I don't want to have people seeing this thing on and then it says starting soon and they sitting around waiting for 40,000 hours whatever. But anyway, Doflamingo, is this guy forever young? And what I mean by that is what we seen in the last chapter. I want to discuss that. Here's one thing. I read the manga panda translation first. God damn. Fucked my whole review up. Cause the translation was just shit. I mean, it said eternal life, which was bad translation. That's why I was saying. I said when they say eternal life, do they mean like immortality, or do they mean like you don't age, or you can't die unless like you can't die of natural causes. You only can die if someone kills you, something like that. As far as we know, from the manga, I mean from the better translation on. I don't want to sit there and say the site because I don't want these people to shut them down. As far as we know from the better translation or more professional translation, it's not immortality. They mean you don't age. Now, people have the theory that Doflamingo used to be a woman because Crocodile said, "I'll tell that secret about you," or something like that. Um, we do know that Doflamingo is keeping a little secret, like he has some knowledge, whatever, that they don't want him to find out. What we find out that he actually doesn't know, but they think he knows. Wouldn't that be some shit? And that's what Crocodile actually knows, because we seen in the flashback, Doflamingo was a boy when he was a kid. He wasn't a woman. He was a boy when he was a kid. They showed him as a kid. The dude was a male his whole life. So he wasn't female. So that wasn't the case. So maybe he knows that he really doesn't know. That could be it. But let's talk about the main thing. Is he forever young? Like, did he have the OPOP powers put on him? I don't think so. What you call him? Law started off with him 16 years ago, right? Um, what was that? 16 years ago, about 4 years after Gold Roger was murdered. No, about 6 years after he was murdered, something like that. Between four, but we want to say about 5 years after Gold Roger was murdered, or he was killed. And we see when they show Doflamingo at the Rogue Town, the dude looked different. He aged since then. So he didn't use OPOP no me at that time. We know that. Okay, so around the time we still got to see the flashback when they show around the time when he met up with Law. If we see when he met up with Law and he looks, like he does now, then there's no way of telling. But if he looks like he did then, or he looks a little bit different, in terms of like his physical appearance, not clothes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like his physical appearance. Right. What the fuck? Now, yo, I gotta ask y'all a question real quick. What the fuck? Sorry about that. Look, I don't even have the video playing, but it just started doing that itself. If we see that he's like literally he looks younger, then that almost confirms that he didn't have the power used on him. You understand? If we see he looks the same, then we don't really know. Even if he looks different, it won't be 100%, but it'd be so fucking, it'd be so fucking improbable that that's the case that we could pretty much take it as a fact until proven otherwise. But here's why I don't think it was used on him. First off, we see he grown since since Rogue Town. So he didn't have it then. Um, Law joined his crew, whatever, and he had an illness that was gonna kill him. Now, as far as we know, what you call him, Doflamingo said he got his hands on the OPOP No Me at some point in time. And he found out about the power, found out about the ultimate power, whatever the fuck it was. He said he could have stolen the treasure if he had the powers. I'm thinking he's saying that if he was able to keep switching bodies to get to, to become someone who's authorized to access this thing, then steal it or something like that. That's what I think he meant by that. But, what was I going to say? Law met him when he was 16 years ago. He changed since then, so he didn't get it then. He got it at a certain point in time, and I think what he did was he used it on somebody else first. You understand? Like he used it on somebody else first, because what you call him, Law had some illness, but for some reason he's still alive, even though he only had 3 years to live. I'm guessing that they used the power of the OPOP No Me on him. Remember, he was able to remove the poison from those kids' bodies with that power when he used shambles. So I'm guessing that's what they did to him. Because as far as I know, Law is not eternally young. You know what I'm saying? What you call him? Damn, I'm trying to figure out what time that happened, though. Corazon, remember, he was supposed to die in 3 years. So if the dude used his powers on it, he obviously used it fast. I mean, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if Corazon, people think that Corazon used eternal life on or Forever Young on Law. I don't think so, because he only had 3 years to do it. You know what I'm saying? So Law would have been young right now. Law should be dead right now, unless he used the power to get rid of the illness, then used it on him later on. But I doubt that happened. I highly doubt that happened. But what I was saying, okay, so Law was with him. What you call him? Doflamingo had the powers, the OPOP No Me. He didn't use it on himself. He gave it to somebody else because he wants it used on him. But I don't think he used it on him first. Why? Because if we look at some of the people in his crew, he has 2 people in his crew that don't even age. We know they're old people. Delinga and Sugar. I think they used them as test dummies first. Because we seen them back 10 years ago, they did not age. They both look exactly the same. So I'm thinking that they used it on them 2 as tests because they're not aging. Then Corazon got it, but he didn't use it on Doflamingo. That's what I think happened. But he died. Remember, he's clumsy, so he could have died from any fucking thing. But I don't think he died giving Law eternal life. I really don't. I really fucking don't. Because it would have to have happened so fucking recent. You know what I'm saying? Because Law looks the same as he did, back in Shabondi. Well, he doesn't look the same, but I mean, he's like, we know it didn't happen back in Shabondi. So when did it happen? 2 years ago? You know what I'm saying? So Corazon had to have died, as far as I know, Corazon probably died a while back. I don't think, if he died a while back, think about it. Look how young Law is. Law is like 21. 21? He's like that age. How long ago did he look the same as he does now? You understand? Like, how long ago did he look the same as he does now? I doubt that all that stuff happened 10 years ago and Law still looks the same as he does 10 years ago. He would look like he's 10 right now. You understand? So I don't think Doflamingo has the power. But I don't know how. Remember, Doflamingo said he killed Corazon, right? That's what I think happened. Corazon probably didn't want to use the power on Doflamingo. Might have had something to do with Doflamingo killing his parents. Killing his dad. Corazon didn't do it. He told him to do it. He wouldn't use it on Doflamingo. Doflamingo killed him. I think Corazon's the one who healed Law, though. After he killed them, remember, he went to retrieve the OPOP no me, and then they said that he gave, as in the better translation, they said he gave it to Law, right? He gave Law the power, right? So once he killed Corazon, he gave the power to Law, and Law didn't use it on Doflamingo. He knew that you would die. Now, Doflamingo was saying that there's an ultimate power to it or whatever, so obviously Doflamingo didn't get to the point where he forced him to use the powers yet. But Law knew about it. So Law already knew what he was, what the powers for. So I'm guessing that he knew that he was going to, Doflamingo was going to knock him off at some point in time. Okay, hold on. Let me see what people say down in the comments. Because I'm pretty sure if Corazon used it on him, Corazon had to use it on him recently. Because, if he used it on him 10 years ago, like at the time when the country was being overthrown by Doflamingo, there's no way that, Law looks like he does right now. He would have looked like a little kid. Look at Sugar. Sugar looks like a little kid. So they used it on him, recently, if it was used on him. You got shocked by shopping save. So I have no clue what you're talking about. Forever Young, I want to be forever young. Yeah, the song. Is me 40 years old? Nope, I'm only 25. You got whopped at by Walmart. I have no clue what that means. I feel the girls say have eternal life from past users of the fruit. That actually makes sense. I don't know. They never reveal that, but how would Doflamingo know that fruit works that way? You know what I'm saying? Remember, he found out some secrets about them or whatever. So this dude actually has something. He actually has a point. Some of them dudes is old. You would think they would croak by now, but he does make sense. They use that fruit, get the power. They get eternal life or whatever, and stay the same age. That makes sense. That would help them. That makes perfect sense. The fact that they all have done this could be how Doflamingo knows it. That's what I just said. Yeah, that I don't know if that's true or not, but that makes perfect sense. Did Mean get bamboozled by Dollar General? I have no clue what you're talking about. Get a life, Stu, my guy. How annoying. Okay, is anybody gonna talk about what I was, the subject? Good theory, but what about Edo Winslow and the Infinite Saki to me? That's for Naruto videos. No, it ain't no pick coming in like that. Trust me, I can guarantee you it's not. Okay, but that's pretty much it. Think about it. If Corazon had done this in the past, we talk about like 8 years ago, something like that, Law would not look like he does now. Law looks like a gam. Law looks like a gam, aka a grown-ass man or a young man, but he looks like a gam, none the least. So if the power was used on him, it was used on him fairly recently, within the last few years. I'm talking about, what, maybe 17, 18 tops? Probably even later than that. I don't look like I did when I was 17, so could he pass that? Maybe, but we know the power was used on him within the last 3-4 years, something like that, if it was used on him at all. You understand? So I doubt all that Corazon stuff happened that recently. Because we should call him Law been selling the seeds for a while with his crew. I doubt that Corazon was alive while he was selling the seed. We know that 2 years ago he was selling with his crew, and if he was selling with his crew, he had to have been with them for like a year or two. So it would have to been like as soon as he was with his crew. I doubt that. I highly doubt it. So Corazon, I think, died a while back. And remember when they invaded Greenbit? Wasn't it Greenbit? Dressrosa? I didn't see Corazon. I didn't see him. If he died before that, 10 years ago, because I didn't see him invading there, he wasn't with them at that time. So if he wasn't with them at that time, chances are he was already dead. And if he was already dead, chances are, if that theory about him giving the powers to giving eternal life to Law mean that he did it to he did that for Law at the age of like 12. Law does not look 12. Now, in terms of Doflamingo getting the powers, no, because they could mean that Corazon gave the power to Doflamingo, and and that's how Doflamingo meant he killed them. Like, I forced him to give me the powers, and that in turn killed them. But I highly doubt that. Why? Because it wouldn't make fucking sense for him to try to get the powers back if that. You understand? Like, if he had got the OPOP no me, but he already had eternal life, or he wouldn't age, there would be no reason to give it to Law. He'd just eat the fruit himself and have eternal life and have the OPOP no me powers. So it makes no sense. Doflamingo does not have eternal life. It's almost all but proven due to the flashbacks and the fact that Law has the powers currently. But let me see the rest of the comments, and I'm gonna finish this off. Where do you buy chicken grease for your locks? I don't have locks. I don't think Law has eternal life, but would be interesting. I can't see where they could fit him getting eternal life in. You know what I'm saying? Due to the storyline, where would he have gotten it at what time? The only way he could have gotten it without Corazon, like, I think that Corazon was dead before they even invaded Dressrosa, because we didn't see him there. As far as I know, I didn't see him there. You understand? They would have to have given it to somebody else before Law even got it. Someone else had it. Corazon does not seem like he could have done it with the time given, the time slots given. You're right about Law. I think he might have used it on Doflamingo by force, then killed him. That's a possibility, but I don't. It would be no reason for Doflamingo to get the power to Law. You know, because he said that he could have used that power to get the treasure. So obviously he wanted to get the eternal life first before he gets the power. So it wouldn't make sense for him to give it to Law. Here's how Doflamingo killed Cora. He tried to force him to use the OPOP no me to give life to Doflamingo. Instead, maybe out of spite, he gave it to Law. No, he didn't give it to Law. Now, does have a point, though. He might have been forcing him to use it on himself, and instead of doing that, remember, Sugar and Delinga, those guys are young. They stayed the same age. So maybe they used it on one of them, and then Cora actually used it on the other one. So whoever didn't have it first, let's say Sugar got the eternal life first, then Delinga was the next in line. What happened was they was trying to do it to Doflamingo was trying to get it, and then Cora said, I can't give it to him, so I'm gonna give it to Delinga, and died doing that. That would make more sense, because as far as we know, Sugar and Delinga don't age. So I can't see why would he. And then on top of that, Law would have been a little kid right now. I love these two possibilities where Gora say could be live longer than normal. Yeah, right. That makes perfect sense. Actually, and it would even be nice if, you know, remember the 400-year the blank period or whatever. If though the Gorosei was the same exact people, like it wasn't no reincarnations or what am I trying to say? No ancestors, no nothing. It was them. They used the OPOP no me to gain the powers to stay alive all this time. That'd have been crazy. Okay, I love the Jory Bonnie theory is or this OPOP possibility. I don't know about Jory Bonnie. Like, I don't know if her powers actually keep you young forever. As far as we know, with the OPOP no me, you stay young forever. So let's say if someone did have eternal life, what would happen if you cut them into 100 pieces? Would their body come back? No, because from the better translation, they didn't say eternal life as in They didn't say immortality. They just said you wouldn't age. You wouldn't die of like natural causes. You wouldn't get old. You can stay as long. You can stay alive as long as you want, but you can be killed. Okay, I am talking about what happened to your eye. Did you get whacked? No, this computer screen is killing my eyes. I've been staring at it for so long. Not. I'm talking about over my whole 4 years on YouTube. It finally caught up to me, and I took a break, and my eyes started feeling better. But now they're starting to feel messed up again. But anyway, go ahead, leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe. Cause I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke, and you got the power to change that.